In this video, I'm gonna share with you 5 ways to convert more users into customers. We'll talk content, design, and much more. Let's get started. First, the first impression is the key to a good website. When someone visits your website, he should understand in less than 10 seconds the following. What is this website for who is it, and how it's going to make your life better. You need to focus on your content first, okay? Do not design before you have the content ready that you are gonna show to the user. You need a clear headline. A headline should be benefit driven. That means why it's gonna benefit your user that you are going to target. Your headline should be 2 lines maximum. It should be clear, easy to read, and you can even highlight the important word with a different color or something to enhance it. The font should be big. I recommend between 30 to 56 pixels is a good range. And the headline copy should answer the following question. Why will a stranger stay on your site for more than 10 seconds? You need to write about the pain that it's relieving, the problem it's solving, or the pleasure it's giving. You need also, it's great to align it in the center or on the left. And something that I saw on a blog that I will link in the description below, it's useful to write multiple different versions of your headline and try to understand which one worked the best. And here is a small framework for you. So 1, you will write 5 variations of your headline. You will send them to 5 friends. You will wait 24 hours, and after 24 hours, you delete the message and you ask which one they remember the best. You pick the one that they remember the best. It should be the good one, and you might see a pattern. For example, you send the message to 5 friends and 2 of your friends say the same answer. So let me show you some great example of headline. There will be, for example, this one. This is Ease Your Tension, Discover New York Best Massage Treatments. So I like this one because it highlights really the problem of the user that are going to take a massage or book a massage. They have tension and they want to release it, you know. There is also a few ones from ChatGPT. It's always great to work a little bit with ChatGPT to find great ideas. So rediscover your inner peace with our exclusive spa experience. It's great to work with ChatGPT, but try to enhance what he is saying. So, for example, here there is a capital letter at every word. So this is not really great. And when I see that on our website, I tell myself that it has been made by AI. So try to transform it to something that is more relevant to your business too. Then there is the subtitle. It's important to remind the user that you will make their life better. It should be a short sentence, 2 to 3 lines maximum, and it should answer also the following. What service or things do you provide, for who is it, and how it's going to make their life better? So let's cover now an important part too. It's the CTA or the primary button. The primary button should be clear with a different color from the background, easy to spot, easy to understand. For example, here we have book a message now, could be book now or something related. The CTA should be an action that the user need to take. You can even add a small icon to it to help visually the user understand more what is the purpose of this button. And another tip is if you need 2 buttons, for example, book now or colors now, you need to make the primary button action very visible and the secondary action less obvious. So visually it will be something like that. As you can see, I have my primary button here, book a massage now, which is very appealing to the user. And there is the go to shop here, that is like a secondary action that the user might want to take, but this is not the main thing that I want my user to take. So remember, the main button stands out clearly on the page, where the other button is less prominent. Another thing is people might not trust you. If you have some testimonial or good reviews on your website, it's great to make it appear directly in the hero section. I will talk a little bit more in detail about testimonial and all that in the next part of the video, but yeah. So next thing is you want to make the booking system very easy to use for your users. I will show you an example of that. So this is a website to apparently reserve massage. So I will click on book now. I arrive on this map. This is a great way too. I can choose the different location. So for example, this one. Here on the different location, I have the availability. I have the price, starting price. I have the address also and the opening hours. I click on confirm. Okay, nice. As you can see, I have some recommendation here. I have other things. I click continue. There is a few steps, as you can see, but this is not really energy demanding steps. What I mean by that is they don't ask to register directly. They don't ask to create a complete account with address, with postal code, nationality and all that. They ask simple question and that's it. So this is something you need to keep in mind for your user, is make the booking system easy to use. You don't want your users to only be able to book by phone, for example, because some users are afraid maybe to talk by phone, and you really need a booking system. This is a big important task. So if you don't have a proper booking system and you need one, or you need a redesign of your website to convert more, I recommend you checking the first link in the description below. There is my agency, and you can schedule a free meeting with me to talk a little bit on how we could improve your branding and how you talk to your users to convert more. The third thing is images are more important than you think. Trust is one of the main aspects of our website. If people don't trust you, they will not buy. So when you use generic images for your website, that is great in a sense, because you don't spend money, you use quality pictures. But sometimes it doesn't feel real. Your users are not connected to your service and what you offer. So there is a few things we can do to make your image better and make people trust you a little bit more. I will go from the most expensive option to the cheapest option. So let's get first. The most expensive option will be to hire a photographer. It costs around 500 to 2K, but it will make your business look so much better. It's a great way to enhance your business. The second method will be take picture yourself. So it's basically cost nothing, but it will cost you times. So maybe it costs something to you. You will spend less time expanding your business also. The third option will be one of my favorite options if you don't have a big budget, but you still want some great picture and you have a little bit of time too. So what I will recommend is take the picture yourself. You can use an AI after to improve it. I don't have currently any example of it, but take a picture and tell an AI to enhance it. And also combine it with picture from the reviews you get from your clients. That's a great way. So by the way, on BeautySphere, this is what we do when a client doesn't have professional pictures. We use this method to make the business look better. And maybe there is something you don't understand why I didn't mention it. It's AI. Because we are currently in 2024 and it's still better to have a photographer rather than just having an AI. AI right now is great, but you need some skills in prompting, and not every tool is the same. So I will be careful with that and use real image for the moment. Yeah. Fourth point is make the testimonial shine. If you have great reviews, let visitors see it. This needs to be on your landing page, and it's better to have the following structure: an image of the person who reviewed your business, her or his name with the number of stars he gave you, and his complete testimonial. I will take this example. This is from senja.io, and this is a great way to have good testimonial. So basically what they combine videos, as you can see, with text and stars. So user can feel really connected to the videos because they will trust them more, and you also have some sincere text from it. I recommend this method. This is a great way to show a little bit more your real customers. A really important aspect of your business too is not lie to your visitors. For example, if you have a rating of 3.5 stars on Google, you don't want to say on your website that you have a rating of 4.7 stars. Lying can work in the start, in the short term, but you might get a few clients from it, but in the long run, it will be a disaster, because if you are a local business and you lie to your user and the people that come to your business, eventually they will talk with each other and the reputation of your business will be ruined. You don't want that. It's better to tell the truth to the user. So last point will be mobile optimization and speed. In 2024, there is more than 60% of people that visit website through their phone, and a bad optimized mobile version of your website is equal to a significant loss of your potential customers. So let's directly jump on what you can do to make sure your website is ready for the future. We will talk first about the speed of your website. So the first point is optimize images. There is a few ways to do that. It's better to have your images in the .webp format. You can use a tool like pre-convert to optimize your image for this format. And I like this tool too because you can tweak a little bit the parameters. Another aspect for high conversion website is do not add too much animation on it. You don't want a website that distracts the user from the action that you want him to take. Animation and all that can be great, can be beautiful, but often it distracts the user. You need to keep a clear path on where you want to guide the user. A small animation like appear animation and opacity animation can be great, but when you go and you do animation that pops everywhere on your site, this will not serve your business well. And also another point is also be careful with using the background blur function. Sometimes when you use a little bit too much of it, it can really affect the performance of your website, so be careful with that too. So the next point will be limit the number of plugins that you use on your website. So this is obviously useful if you are using something like WordPress, Wix, Framer, etc. You need to be careful with plugins, and there is updates on the plugin sometimes, or on WordPress, Wix, Framer, and maybe the plugins are not updated on time, and this can result in many things. It can be a security issue, for example, on your form and the way people contact you. People can hack your website, and also the performance of your website can really be affected by that. So I will say always try to keep it simple. If it's not necessary, just remove it and don't use it. And now we will talk about the mobile optimization. So there is a few things that you might know or not that is useful for mobile. First, it will be the simple navigation menu with a call to action or a menu. So let me show you. So this is my website, as you can see. And in mobile, as you can see, I don't have a navigation, a menu, because I don't need it. It's a landing page. And what I want my user to do is only schedule a free meeting. So it's always there when we scroll, as you can see. But I don't have a menu that you can open. This is really depending on the type of business and the things that you want your user to achieve. So next thing is easy to click CTA and having a good size, easy to read. So as you can see, my CTA right now is a little bit popping off. There is two things popping off in my page, highly effective, and this one, and also the images. So just be careful with the CTA and use a good size. Another thing to keep in mind is color and accessibility. So you can use some tools, for example, for colors to check the contrast. As you can see, there is color here, color contrast checker. And also be careful with color and accessibility. This is an important one because right now we are in a stage in the world where there could be some legal action regarding if your website is not accessible or not. It's like when you go in a supermarket, the supermarket need to be accessible with wheelchairs and all that. So it's pretty much the same for your website. You don't want to exclude certain people to access your website. And I tell that about accessibility, but it's also colors. As you can see, contrast of colors is really important because some people might not see the color well. Even here, for example, they might not be able to read it if there is a lot of sun on that screen, so there is a lot to keep in mind here. So yeah, if you are not sure to put black or white inside a button, it's great to use this contrast checker, for example. So as you can see here, I can check a little bit. Okay, so yeah, black might be better for this color, or maybe I should click to enhance, adjust background, and boom, I have this one that is better. So yeah, and also it's important to avoid two things text and too bold text for paragraph. I prefer medium, semi-bold, or regular usually. So a small thing to make your website more accessible with images is, for example, when you want to put a text above an image on an image. So you see there is two images here, the text and the image is the same, but there is a few things that I add on the image on the right. Here, as you can see, the text is not really readable, and on the right it's readable, it's great. So what I recommend you to do is on your images is simply add a little background on it. You see a linear background like that. It's darker, it's just a little bit more dark at the bottom, and it makes the image really more visible and the text really more readable. Another thing is generally not only to mobile optimization, but it's better to have too much spacing than to be too narrow. So when you hesitate between two spacing, choose a little bit more rather than shrinking it too much. Thanks a lot for listening. If you want a complete redesign of your website, or if you want a website audit, let me know on my website. You can contact me, we will go on a discovery call, and I will be happy to help you. See you in the next one.